What happens when a mother elephant falls into a hidden pit and strangers with cameras arrive first? The next 5 minutes pushed everyone to the edge. What happened after? No one could have predicted. The sun had just crested the horizon, casting long shadows across the parched African plain. Cool morning air drifted low over the ground, carrying the dry scent of dust and sun baked earth. Distant bird calls echoed through the stillness. Every sound seemed magnified in the early light: the brushing of grass, the crackle of brittle twigs, and the heavy, deliberate steps of a mother elephant. She moved slowly, her frame strong but fatigued. Deep lines in her thick gray skin told a story of survival through heat, drought, and long migration. Behind her, only a few days old, a small calf struggled to keep pace. His steps were uncertain, his legs too thin for the uneven terrain. Still, he followed without question, his small trunk swinging clumsily beneath him. The mother had left the herd 2 days prior. It was instinct: to isolate during birth, to protect the vulnerable newborn from the chaos of the wild. She had not yet rejoined the others. Instead, she led her calf toward a dry riverbed she remembered from seasons past, a place where moisture lingered even after the rains had long gone. As they approached, the wind changed. A faint shift in the air, barely noticeable, made her pause. The earth felt oddly soft underfoot. She reached forward with one cautious step, then the ground gave way. Without warning, the weight beneath her collapsed. A hollow chamber, hidden under cracked clay, split open beneath her front legs. Her massive body pitched forward, and within seconds she disappeared from the surface, swallowed by the earth in a violent fall. The impact thundered through the ground. Dust erupted into the air, choking and thick. From above, the calf squealed, high pitched and panicked, as he stumbled back from the edge of the sinkhole. He circled the rim, confused and terrified, letting out small cries. But his mother was gone from sight. Below, the elephant lay twisted in a narrow cavity, barely wide enough to hold her. The sides were steep and slick with dry, crumbling clay. Her breathing was fast and uneven. One leg was pinned awkwardly beneath her. She tried to move, but the confined space offered no leverage. Her eyes rolled toward the light above, and she released a low, guttural call. Not a scream, but a deep sound of distress meant to travel. The calf remained at the edge, pacing nervously, trunk reaching down, unable to understand. Nearby, a park ranger named Mazo had begun his early patrol. The call reached him as a dull vibration beneath his boots, then as a sound, a cry from underground. He turned sharply, scanning the terrain. Following the noise, he broke into a jog, moving between low shrubs and scattered rocks. When he arrived, he saw the calf first, trembling at the edge of the earth, his body leaning forward as if he might fall in himself. Mazo raised a hand instinctively. "Whoa there," he said quietly, keeping his voice calm. He approached slowly, eyes adjusting to the hole. Down below, the mother elephant was still breathing, chest rising in short, labored bursts. Her side was covered in dirt. Her eyes tracked him but did not blink. She did not move. He knelt beside the rim and reached for his radio. "This is Mazo. I have a large female elephant in a ground collapse. She's injured. We need extraction equipment. Urgently. Static." Then a voice confirmed, help would take time. Just then, the low rumble of a vehicle broke through the morning silence. Mazo turned. A white off road truck approached fast from the eastern trail, not a park vehicle, no markings, old tires kicking up dust. He stood and stepped forward. This is a protected zone. Please turn back, he called. The truck stopped. Two men stepped out. One carried a camera. The other, slung with gear too rugged for casual hiking. We heard lions were moving through here, the taller man said, his tone casual, too calm. There are no lions, Mazo replied firmly. An elephant fell. She's in serious trouble. The man with the camera moved closer, aiming down into the pit. Click, click. The mother shifted. She felt the movement above, not of help, but of intrusion. Her eyes narrowed. She tried to lift her head, but the weight of her own body held her down. The calf cried again, louder this time. You need to leave, Mazo said. Now. The taller man did not move. He glanced at his watch. You've got 5 minutes, Ranger. After that, we'll have to make our own decisions. Mazo stood in silence, the tension hanging in the hot air. From the bottom of the pit, the elephant let out a long, trembling breath, slow, steady, and full of pain. But what happened next to the elephant was even more unexpected. You will not want to miss what comes next. The temperature had begun to rise. The morning stillness gave way to a dry, buzzing heat that clung to the skin and stirred the dust. The wind had died. Even the grass no longer moved. Overhead, a hawk circled silently, high, watchful, indifferent. At the edge of the sinkhole, the elephant calf stood frozen. His ears fluttered, unsure. His trunk swayed gently back and forth, not searching, just reacting. The sun hit his skin directly now, and he squinted against the glare. Below, the mother elephant had not moved. Her breathing had slowed, but remained sharp and audible. She lay twisted in the earth, partially on her side, unable to rise. Her flanks trembled with each inhale. Dust clung to the creases around her eyes. She blinked slowly, only once. Mazo kept his body between the men and the hole. I said step back, he repeated, quieter now. You're in the way. The taller man did not answer. He reached into the back of the vehicle, removed a black bag, and placed it on the ground beside him. Mazo did not ask what was inside. He did not need to. The sound of a zipper told him enough. His hand moved to his radio again. He repeated the coordinates. This time, his voice was flat. We're running out of time. I need backup here now. The calf stepped closer to the edge. The dirt beneath him cracked. Stay back, Mazo said, not turning. Keep him away from the drop. From the pit came a sudden movement. The mother shifted, trying again to raise herself. Her front legs pressed into the slope, slipping on the loose earth. The effort caused her body to twist sharply, and her mouth opened in a strained, silent groan. She fell back, harder than before. A cloud of dirt rose. The calf cried out, a desperate, broken sound. His legs buckled briefly, then held. The men stepped closer. Let us help, one of them said. You're not here to help, Mazo replied. You're here to document suffering. For a moment, no one spoke. Then, an engine in the distance. Not a roar, but a steady hum growing louder. It was the park's rescue vehicle. The timing was close, too close. The white truck's driver muttered something under his breath and stepped away. The cameraman took one last shot before retreating to the vehicle. The engine started and the vehicle pulled away without another word. Mazo let out a breath he had not realized he was holding. Two more men arrived minutes later, one a vet technician, the other a heavy equipment operator. Neither spoke unnecessarily. One surveyed the hole, the other unfolded a portable ramp system. She's breathing, Mazo said. but she tried to stand, front legs bad. The vet nodded, already kneeling at the edge. He prepared a tranquilizer, calculated for her weight and current state. Small dose, he said, enough to calm, not to knock her out. The dart struck gently at the base of the shoulder. The elephant flinched, then stilled. Her breathing continued, steady but shallow. Work began immediately. The ramp was lowered, stabilized with support beams. Earth movers held their position just meters away, engines idling, ready. Ropes were passed down, cautiously looped around her front shoulders, avoiding pressure points. Her skin twitched at each touch. Easy, the vet said quietly. Let her feel it. Let her adjust. Over the next 20 minutes, the team worked without pause. The ramp creaked under the weight of the equipment. Sweat poured from brows, boots sank into the shifting ground. Above, the calf stayed close, occasionally reaching toward the hole with his trunk. He never moved far. Then, the first pull, slow, controlled. The ropes tightened. Her body shifted. Another pull. Her legs moved barely. She was awake. She resisted. The ramp groaned again. Mazo looked into her eyes. They were open, alert. She's fighting us, he said. She still has the will. The vet stepped forward. Then we go now. All together. The final pull began. Her body shifted up the ramp, centimeter by centimeter. Her trunk curled beneath her, then reached forward. Her ears flicked once, then again. With one last heave, she crossed the rim. Her body collapsed on solid ground, coated in dirt and sweat. She was breathing, alive. The calf rushed forward without hesitation, pressing his small body against hers. His trunk brushed her cheek. She responded. One long, slow breath. Her trunk reached around him. Weak but certain, the climax of her story begins now. Everything will be decided in the moments to come. Stay to witness what happens next.